Xbox on.
Game on, baby! Wow!
Don't make a girl a promise you can't keep.
Let's do this.
Hello and welcome to the Party Chat Podcast, the official podcast of the Xbox One subreddit, where each and every week the stories come from you guys. So this week I'm joined pretty much as usual with everyone's favourite uncle. It's Clay Parker.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay.
Pretty bad.
20 years ago or something.
Tweet from Friends. I don't know what that was.
How you doing?
And the Modmeister himself, it's Delicious Cheese, aka Rhys.
Hi,
I don't know what a Modmeister is, but you're it.
that's me. I can be one of those if you like.
So we usually start with what we've been playing, and Rhys, I'm going to start with you. So what have you been playing on your Xbox this week?
Well, I have been playing on my Xbox. Not much actually. I have played a little bit of Battleborn because they released a new hero called Pendles, who is a actually he's a rogue, and he's like an anthropomorphic snake, but he speaks with like a southern English accent. he speaks Cockney, and it's kind of amusing. And I have been playing some Rare Replay with friends, playing some Battletoads and some 4-player Perfect Dark.
Oh, 4-player. Right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
What?
What do you think, Battletoads?
No, no.
Battletoads, it's only 3-player.
I didn't think he said 4-player. Sorry.
Oh, you were thinking 4? Oh. It wasn't that kind of party, Ross.
Okay, right, okay.
At least not to begin with. And actually, the thing we've been playing most this week is on my PC, actually, which is Civilization 5.
Yeah.
Getting hyped up for Civ 6.
Oh, Clay, don't you dare.
Eat a bag of male genitalia.
Okay, but honestly, don't you dare. That is, give me even a Civ Rev. Give me backwards compatible. I want it.
Right?
I want it.
What I've done is I've actually set up Steam Big Picture on my screen, my TV, and my girlfriend is, because she's a huge Civ fiend, she's been playing it like continuously, just on the telly. It's great. Civ looks so good on a telly, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Like, it's great.
Right.
You guys and your tellies.
I know. TV, television. What do you call it?
I don't know, TV.
Yeah, well then, telly.
I don't know.
Flat screen.
TV.
I don't know. I don't know. We ain't got none of them tellies down here in the southern states of the United States.
What have you got down there? What have you been playing on your TV?
Oh man, you guys already know what I've been playing. So,
Oh, really?
Right, no. You're not allowed to mention it, so just move on to something else you've been playing.
Literally, I've not been playing anything else. I've been working like a madman. I've been recording like a madman these past handful of days, and not gaming a whole hell of a lot. But I've made a goal. I've set a goal. Next week's show, I promise to show up to have been playing some brand new games that I have yet to start playing. I've got a backlog. I need to stop playing Rainbow Six Siege and start playing some of my backlog. Although that new map is so good. It's so good.
If I was there like a community manager, I would be so happy to hear you speak, because basically like all their hooks to keep people playing are working, at least on you.
Oh yeah, it's completely working on me. And by the way, I'll just mention it again. If anybody's interested in playing, and you just shoot me a message online. I've been playing the past handful of nights with just random people that message me from either the show or from the Reddit community. So feel free to do that. I love playing with you guys, and I'm sure Rhys and Ross would do the same on any of those games that they're playing. So.
Absolutely, but I have to advise everyone, whatever you do, do not stand in front of Clay. Just avoid his entire vision. Just stay in the peripheries. Believe me.
Spray and pray. Spray and pray. Is what they call it. So
What
Ross,
about you,
yeah,
Ross?
what's going on?
Yeah.
So I've been actually playing a game that hasn't been mentioned too much on this show. So we've got some new content to really discuss.
Ooh.
So this week I picked up the season pass for Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, right. That's nice. Very good. New game.
And I've been having an absolute blast with it. I've been deliberately trying to avoid Jesse. But
Yep.
This is what happens in like summer drought month, isn't it? What you been playing? The same games I was playing last week.
but yeah, no, I'm not going to talk about it because people must be bored of it by now. It's great. The two new operators aren't brilliant, but they're okay. But yeah, it's a great game. Other than that,
It's not as good as Perfect Dark.
what?
It's not as good as Perfect Dark.
Why are you trying to compare it to Perfect Dark?
Because I played it and I'm trying to be involved in the conversation because I haven't played Siege, so I just want to feel like I'm involved.
All right, okay. Don't worry, Rhys. We'll talk to you. We are your friends.
By the way, the game's
hey,
on sale right now, so you can pick it up for.
Yeah, that annoyed me. Okay, so just to say, I've been waiting for the season pass to go on sale forever. Okay, and the game plus season pass is £27 in UK money.
That's right.
And it's £23 for the season pass.
Oh, nice.
So you might as well just buy the game all over again digitally.
Might as
Or is
well.
that what you did?
Yeah.
I just had a
basically
thought
that's it.
occurred to me. We've had the voice of Joanna Dark on this podcast.
Wait, we have? Oh, we have Miss Emma.
Yeah, that just hit me. I can't believe I didn't even think of that before.
But that was just for the what was it? It wasn't the full game. It was for Worms, right?
Yeah,
That
just for Worms.
did the voiceover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you just elaborate that is when someone writes in and says like, "Oh no, it wasn't. It was this voice actress."
Emma, if you're listening, can you send us like a recording of you as Joanna Dark?
Oh, please.
Yeah,
Would be awesome.
We'll use that somewhere. Just tell us what animal you
Somewhere.
All
right.
Anyway, let's move on and find out what has been happening in the subreddit this week.
You're listening to Xbox One Party Chat Podcast. This week in the subreddit.
Cue Welshwoman.
This week on the Xbox One Party Chat Podcast. I love
Snap
it. She's
this. I don't know what she says actually.
great. Snap this week's interview. She's great. Her
That's
voice is like silk. I could listen to it
is
all
awesome,
day.
actually.
She's a Welsh radio producer. I'll link you to like a radio show if you want. She's on the radio every single day at like drive home time.
Oh, wow.
Okay, good. I could listen to her tell me about the traffic all day. It would be great.
I think it's more entertainment type stuff.
It's raining today.
What?
What,
No,
waning?
If you're speaking Welsh, you have to really get in there with the vowels. You know, whose coat is this jacket? I'm from Wales. You know what? We're talking about video games here.
Okay,
so
Yeah.
I'm actually going to just move on, and I'm going to bring in the first topic, a topic that is probably of zero interest to Ross. So I think it's just going to be you and me on this one, Clay. User OMG No Really posted that's his name. I'm not even kidding. No, really. Posted the IGN first. That was a clip introducing some gameplay from Gears of War 4, showing off their new enemies.
Looks alright.
Looks okay. But seriously, like, wow.
Okay,
That
I
was
can't hold it in. I'm so
amazing.
excited.
I browned my pants. Holy crap! Like let's list off the bullet points that just sort of came past briefly. Old man Marcus with the beard, playable in co-op. Oh my god, dem graphics. I have to say dem graphics after every point because dem graphics. You know what? Actually, this game has looked better every single video I have seen of it.
Yeah,
Like it's
Completely agree.
the
become-
polishing that must be going on in that studio right now. You know, they are polishing because it looks
HDR.
amazing.
they're waxing on and waxing off.
Yeah.
I made a Karate Kid reference. But the most important thing about the video, the new enemies. So they are some kind of robots They're using government aircraft and advanced technology that have like regenerating shields that remind me a lot of those really annoying enemies from Halo 4 and 5 that fly around and replenish the shields. The Prometheans, yeah. One of them says when he first spots them, he says in his robot voice, "Unlawful citizens identified," and another one says like, "Footage of your defiance has been logged and uploaded." So it seems like they are being attacked by their own government. So has there been some sort of Star Wars style empire taking over, and they're like part of the rebellion, or what do you guys think?
Well, for me, like, bear in mind this is a world that's in absolute turmoil because of the weather and everything else that's going on after just the years of mining. Like, it could just be that they brought these things in or made these things to try and keep control, and they might have turned on humanity, sort of Terminator style. But
yeah, that would be cool. Or someone's hacked them.
Yeah, or someone's hacked them, or there's the other enemy type that we've seen in the other trailers. So how do they fit in with all of this?
Yeah, oh my God, we can be robots in multiplayer, please. Coalition, please.
Oh man, that's gonna be there. That will for sure be there.
But and also very important as well is you're gonna have to beep this, but they done messed up Marcus's tomatoes.
Cheers for editing work, Rhys.
No worries. The sub is already making Marcus's tomatoes into a meme, so you guys can expect to hear more about Marcus and his old man tomatoes in the future. I'm sure there'll be a tomato update at some point. But wow, more Gears.
When's the game drop again? Is it October?
October, yeah, beginning of October. If you order the Ultimate Edition, you're getting yourself 3 days early. That seems to be the common theme this year.
Oh yeah. Nice. I actually think that's a pretty decent reward for pre-ordering. Actually, I don't know if that's the popular opinion, but I think it's kind of nice.
Well, it's better than nothing. It's better than. I don't like exclusive content. I'm not a big fan of if you pre-order from this place, you get an exclusive skin or weapon or whatever it may be.
Yeah, no.
If you get it 3 days, 5 days, a week early, that's a perfect reward for pre-ordering.
Well, I'm not interested. Like, as you know, the only thing that I'll generally play are Horde and the story. Okay, I'm not.
You don't play multiplayer?
No.
What?
Seriously?
Really?
Yeah, I'm
a little shocked.
No, it was just
one of my favorite multiplayers is Gears multiplayer.
Yeah, it was just something my wife and I like playing Horde mode, and we like playing through the campaign together, and it's a sort of thing that we do together, and she didn't like the Versus mode, so I never really get that into it. I have played it, I've went in and out, but I'm any good at it, to be honest with you. But like the multiplayer skins, I'm not too bothered about, because it won't really affect me too much. But getting it 3 days early and probably having the campaign finished before most, that appeals to me. So I'm willing to pay it.
I'm definitely happy about getting this game in my hands. I'm like so excited. I think this and probably Forza Horizon 3 are my two most hyped games.
Also looks really good.
And that's also another game that you'll get 3 days early if you buy the Super Duper edition.
The Super Duper edition.
That's its official name.
Okay, good. For all our readers out there.
Yeah.
Ross, real quick though, so a romantic evening in for you guys is maybe a bottle of wine, some chainsaws, some grunts, or whatever those things are called, and just plowing through some of the enemies in Gears of War.
No, I just make her dress up like Anya and then I her.
Oh dear.
Damn. It's better than Dom, I guess.
There is some Dom going on.
Hey, moving on here. Let's chat about this next one here from user. Man, why did I pick this one? Malakakaro Kachafra 5. How do you pronounce this guy's name?
Malakor 5.
Posted the announcement that Rocket League new mode called Rumble. It was a new trailer that looks like it's a new game mode coming out soon that has cool little add-ons that I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work. Maybe is it by card? Do you pick a perk? Do you roll over it and pick up the perk? But it's all these really cool interactive, look like a gravity ball where the ball gravitates to you, or some sort of slingshot or a tornado. very cool things. So Ross immediately wanted to get your input again on this. These are your two big games here.
Yeah, no, it is. It's my two big games. Yeah, it looks like fun. I've got faith in Psyonix just to like deliver. Every mode they've done so far has delivered. You know, they're all quite different from each other. This I'm not as hyped about as I was the previous ones, just because it's a bit silly. But if you've got a bunch of friends round and you're doing that's going to be some laugh, isn't it?
Oh yeah. You know what it reminds me of? Micro Machines.
I had Micro Machines on my NES,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
had to attach it to another cartridge to play it.
I remember.
I
And-
loved
and-
that game.
The amazing sequel that they released for the PS1, that was just perfect. It was so good. But yeah, I mean, like, because I'm wondering, like, Clay, like, is there going to be like Mario Kart battle mode style pickups on the map that you drive over in place of the turbos, or will it be a one you select? Like, I want to use one of the power ups I saw was like a giant, one of those like comic sort of extendo punching fists on the end of a
Yeah.
like an extension thing. Like, do you pick that before the start of the game, or
I
what?
think it's going to be power-ups. I think it will replace the boosts, or you drive over it and it'll randomly select one of the things and you can use it once using a button. You know, I can't think of any other way to do it to make it sort of fair. Because otherwise someone could get really, really good with that fist, and
Yeah, it just sounds like
I'd
something
have to be
that's
careful what I say here.
There is
and-
there is 11 power-ups as well. I just saw that it does sound like it's randomized power-ups. So it sounds like it's something like you have to roll over it to pick it up, and there's 11 different ones. This is wild. I can't believe just from the trailer, I thought it looked like they only showed 3 maybe that are in there, but there are 11 different options here that you can roll over to interact with. This is going to be wild.
What this means is that Psyonix, if you're listening, hi Kyle, make a kart racer, please. Just make one. Just do it.
Can you make a party chat flag for us?
Yeah, actually, that'd be nice too. But you should really make a kart racer. Can you imagine it? Because like Rocket League controls really, really well, and of course, like I mean, you'd keep the soccer part as is, but actual Mario Kart style kart racing with like the fact that you stick to the walls and everything like that, I think that would be amazing. If anyone can pull off a game that challenges Mario Kart, I think Psyonix could do it.
Do you want to know something? Like, I spent 4 hours yesterday watching Rocket League on Twitch.
Get out of here! What in the world?
Wow.
It was the Championship Series final.
Oh, it was.
Yeah,
Was that last night?
it was, yeah.
Oh,
And
I've got that marked in the wrong date in my calendar because I was going to watch that too. Now I have to watch the replay.
yeah, it was phenomenal. Like,
Damn.
these guys are just unbelievable. But what it just showed me is how balanced Rocket League is. You know, the balance and the way that everything works is so well. It's serious perfection in my mind that they've managed to make such a simple concept do so well, release it at a brilliant price point, and keep on delivering with free DLC to keep people interested in the game. I bought 2 cars last week because I do not mind giving them money.
I know a lot of people who do the same thing to support good developers, and I think that's a good thing.
Well, I think, one of the big things here that I wanted to ask you guys is this the best $20 that you can spend on the Xbox One for a game?
Oh, that's a rough question. It really depends on the person. I mean, I can't think of another indie game that has delivered quite so many updates for $20. If I really put my mind to it, like for example, other indie games have delivered a lot of updates. I don't know, Elite Dangerous off the top of my mind. They only just recently charged you for a second season of content, but that's not $20. Elite Dangerous is like $40-$50. So yeah, maybe it is the best $20 you spend on Xbox One.
Well, for me, if I translate that into £20, I can get EA access. So
Oh well, yeah.
That is
But
true.
EA Access
That's
is
a really
definitely
damn
the
good
best
deal.
Yeah.
value
But
from Sony
but
on the
per hour.
console.
Now I'm just going to bring my calculator up, okay? So I
Okay.
paid $15.99 for the game,
Good.
okay? And I'm currently sitting at 361 hours.
Jeez Louise, man.
So
You know you spent that equates to 45. No, that can't be right.
it's four pence an hour.
What's a pent?
Pence.
Yeah,
Four
what's a
pence.
pence?
It's equivalent to a cent.
Like a 4 cents an hour. That's not bad. But there are free-to-play games like Smite who could potentially offer you infinite value for free.
Ross, you've spent over 2 full weeks straight playing the game.
Wow.
Your soul is theirs.
It's not as bad as Football Manager, where I put 512 hours in one season.
I got 250 hours in the very first Viva Pinata. No regrets.
For whatever reason, I could not get into that game, man. I tried it. Just could not get into it.
You just gotta get in the spirit, man. You need to
Power through it.
get all the newt gats all the time.
Yeah, so let's move on. So user CGMSA, don't know what that stands for.
Don't think I want to know.
Yeah. Cortana Easter eggs was the story. So I believe he asked Cortana what she thought about the Master Chief.
Did she, or was that the other guy?
There was actually 2 postings about this.
Yeah.
One was the other person asking what they thought about do you love Master Chief?
Yes.
And I think the response was something like, it's not like I write his name or scribble his name on my notebook.
Okay, so I pulled up the thread, and he asked, "Hey Cortana, do you like Xbox?" And apparently she replied, "Halo is where the heart is, home is where the halo is." And then he asked her a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, apparently there's a ton of Easter eggs that you can communicate with along with Cortana, very similar to another AI that's built into devices that people use regularly.
Yeah, that other one that may or may not have a female name. Apparently, actually, if you ask her about her rival, well, it's Siri. We all know it's Siri. If you ask her about Siri, she says something funny as well. Apparently, she also says something if you ask about Clippy.
Ooh.
Good old Clippy.
Good old Clippy? There's a lot of words I could say about Clippy, and none of them are airable on this podcast.
Know you can copy and paste by pressing the buttons over here.
Wow, Clippy.
What did Clippy
Don't
speak
forget
in
your
version?
towels.
No,
Did
he
Clippy
doesn't
speak?
No, he had a speech bubble, lays in her voice.
I thought it was like
That's
in
just
America
me doing-
actually spoke.
No, that was just me doing Towley from South Park.
Does the Google, whatever his name is, make jokes?
I don't know. I've never tried it.
What's his name?
I don't know. Is the Google one got a name?
I think you say "Hey Google" or
Yeah.
oh no, it's "Okay Google," like that.
Okay, Google.
Yeah, like that. It sounds really like really passive aggressive, doesn't it? Okay Google, show me where the nearest store is, and get it right this time.
Can you book me an Uber for $3.15?
Are you guys sad to see the old actually the old command? What am I talking about? The old commands are still there. I think that's just an option that you can flip back on, right?
Yeah, I went straight back to them.
Yeah, me too.
I actually don't like personal assistants, not because I hate talking to robots. I, for one, welcome our eventual robot overlords. I just don't like personal assistants in my technology. I don't know why. I just find it irritating.
I have turned it off, but I may turn it back on. Yeah. The only thing that annoyed me was Xbox record that.
Yeah, it's so slow. That's because she has to connect to the cloud every time.
Yeah.
My cat's just jumped up onto the computer. Hold on.
You know what I do?
It's International Cats Day, guys, so you have to say hi to my cat.
Is this the one that sits in front of your unit? If anyone's got a second, go on Twitter and look at Delicious Cheese's Twitter. Okay, I'm going to put it in the show notes.
Oh my god!
Why?
Because he posted a picture of his TV unit, and there is a scary cat that sits beside his TV unit.
Creepiest statue of a cat
Oh no,
it's
there's
friggin'
absolutely no
weird.
problem. It's completely normal.
And then I don't know who it was, but like zoomed way in on the photo.
Just some random guy was just
I'm
like,
like,
no.
this is not helping. This is not helping at all.
So yeah, if you get a chance, I'll link the tweet in below just so that everyone can go and look and make comments and what you think and what this statue is. Does she worship it at night? Do you have to give it a lick before
I
bedtime?
can tell you that I got it actually for my 30th birthday.
Sack that person, get rid of them.
And no. It was like a group present, and it's probably the best present anyone has ever brought me. So yeah, I keep it next to the TV.
What
great.
is it?
What?
What is it?
What is that?
Is that like the Finnish god?
Well, it is International Cats Day, so if anyone was going to be worshipping a cat-shaped idol, today would be the day.
Okay, no problem.
Hey, Cortana, Snapcast app and play Party Chat podcast.
You do realise that the people that are doing this are already listening to the podcast, so that makes no sense at all.
They could listen twice.
That's
Very
right.
true. Moving on, Rhys, give us our next story.
Yeah, so one of the things I wanted to talk about that actually links back to our discussion last week on horror games, and that is that somebody, and not just about the cat thing, is that somebody linked the trailer. In fact, he's got a name that's interesting. User One Drunk Asshole. Yeah, charming. He linked the trailer to Prey, the newest trailer for Prey, that is. And this is the second game in the Prey series. And for those who don't know, the original Prey was a game for the Xbox 360 and for PC at the time, and the PS3 as well, I think, but I don't know. Don't quote me on that. And basically, you played a space Indian. The game was pretty interesting. It had a lot of really cool mechanics. I don't know. Did you guys play it?
Never
I
played it.
did not.
Okay, well, this is going to be all me. Basically, it had a lot of interesting mechanics that played with things like scale and gravity. It was one of the first-person shooters to really mess with, like, do things like wall walking and stuff like that. And then it went dark for quite a few years, and it got picked up by some other studio apparently after the main studio closed down. And they decided to change the game completely and make like a bounty hunter style game in like an alien universe. And they made a really, really popular trailer for an E3. Did you guys ever see that trailer?
Yes, I
Yeah,
did.
that's
And,
it,
and
yeah.
I thought the game was canceled, was it not?
Yeah, well, what happened, it was canceled and then uncanceled and then canceled and then uncanceled, and the studio shut down, and there was like huge dramas, and apparently the studio said it was the publisher's fault and the publisher said it was the studio's fault, and it basically all fell to pieces. It died in development hell. And then Bethesda came along and acquired the rights, and they have decided that the first two games are just, meh. Let's forget about those. They're only really interested in the name Prey, and they are making something which seems completely new and different, and that it's something that's like, from what the trailer, it seems to be some sort of alien psychological brain messing with horror type game. You guys seen the trailer?
I have actually seen the trailer from last week, yeah. And I didn't know because I didn't know what to compare it with, but all I can say here is, with recent events, I'm going to trust Bethesda with a first-person shooter.
Bethesda's done so well lately, haven't they? How good is Doom?
Yeah, Doom, the Wolfenstein games, like, I've got faith in them to deliver on this, and even though I haven't played the originals, it piqued my interest just having the Bethesda name there.
Yeah, well, what I wanted to ask to both of you is, how do you guys feel about the fact that Bethesda just bought the name, basically? Like, how do you guys feel about just rebooting a game based on its previous reputation, but then throwing everything about that game out the window and making your own game? What?
Well, I think that they're probably, that would annoy the core, or I should say hardcore Prey fans. But I mean, is that a really big audience? The hardcore Prey,
no, I don't think so.
Fans? And like Ross said, I mean, if anybody's going to do this and do it well, it would be Bethesda. In Bethesda, we trust. And what I'm most interested in is Bethesda's been doing a whole lot of work around VR gaming. Is this going to be a VR, focused game, first person type game?
I'm not sure it'll be VR focused, but there's a very good chance it'll have VR compatibility, especially with the Scorpio coming up soon, and
Exactly.
the PS Neo. Is it still called the Neo?
It's not been
The
officially
Neo Geo?
announced.
What?
Isn't there already
It's not been officially announced.
but isn't
The
there also
PlayStation Neo? They haven't officially announced it.
No.
What?
No.
Really?
Just rumors.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Sorry.
I was going to say, is it the Neo, or is it Neo or Neo Geo? Because Neo Geo is an old school
Yeah,
system.
no.
Neo. It's just Neo.
See, this is Sony is taking an old console and rebooting.
See, the thing is, it's like right.
If there's somebody that can do that, it's Sony.
The new console's going to be called Trinity as well, whatever the next one is, because VR, PlayStation PSVR was Project Morpheus.
Mm.
Now we've got Neo, so there must be Trinity. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got some hardcore Matrix fans at Sony.
Or just Smith.
Just
there
Smith,
you go.
Yeah.
So Clay, take us to our next topic.
Yes. So this was actually a great little concept that one of the users posted. User Crazy Fingers Culture. Let's say chicken fingers culture. It's Crazy Fingers Culture. Posted a discussion thread about a interesting concept around what if with games with gold they offered everyone out of 1 month out of the year where you could select from a back catalog of previous released games with gold games. I thought that was actually a pretty cool idea. I've been a Games with Gold subscriber since I think the beginning, and I've pretty much downloaded all of them. There have been a few that I've missed just because I've forgotten to download them. It was before the whole backwards compatibility thing, so I might have not cared to. But I think this would be a great idea. I want to know what you guys think. Is there any specific games that you guys had in mind?
Yes, I know exactly mine. It wasn't on for long, so I really missed my opportunity. But every time I hear about this game, everyone just seems to talk about it really, really positive in the subreddit.
Pool Nation FX?
It's Pool Nation FX.
Yes! Game of the year, all years.
Yeah, game of all time. But no, and seriously, I missed the very first one, which was Fable 2. Or was it Fable 3? I missed that. So that would be the one I would go back. Or Civ Revolution. We were talking about earlier. Civ Revolution. Is that right?
Yeah. Civilization Revolution. That's kind of a tongue twister.
Yeah.
It's called Civ Rev.
Civ Rev, yeah. I missed that actually because I had it in disc, and I keep on thinking that's going to go back compatible, and I'm just going to be so raging.
Well, actually, they have said that it will, but then they went completely dark for like a year almost.
Yeah, I'll be gutted if it does now. I'll have to buy it again.
Well, see, I've actually got all of them because I just whenever the thing comes on the internet, on Subwens on the subreddit, hey, the new games with gold are out. I just pick up my phone and like make 3 button presses on the Smart Glass app, and it just downloads itself to my console from
so nice.
Wherever I am. If I'm on the bus on the way to work,
Exactly.
if I'm on the toilet, or if I'm anywhere, I've never actually missed one because of that. So I guess it doesn't really apply to me in that sense, but I mean, it's a cool idea, but I do have to be the wet blanket and say it's not actually feasible because of licensing and money and all that kind of stuff. Well, but it would be fun. But you know what? I think actually to sort of become not the complete wet blanket that I sound like I'm being, how cool would it be for them to give us the chance to vote on the next game with gold? Like if they had a bunch of titles, like 5 or 6, and said pick one.
That would be good.
Not even every month. Maybe once a year, twice a year.
Yeah.
You vote on it. I think that would be very cool.
Especially
that would be
they could even tie it into like a special event, like the Xbox One's birthday, for example.
Yeah, exactly. Here's a listing. You know what the problem might be? That they wouldn't do that, and I'll be the wet blanket. Is that so? Then you're basically letting it out of the bag that these are all of the games that will potentially be available in the next few months. Because even if you picked the one you picked is the one that made it, and then the others didn't make it. Let's say there's 3 others that didn't make it. More than likely, those would be the games with gold for the following month or month after that. They wouldn't go through all the negotiations of getting that game signed and all that other stuff just to throw it away.
And also, it wouldn't be very good in marketing terms because the games that didn't get picked,
exactly,
they'd be like, oh, I see. That's how it is it, Xbox fans?
You know what I'd actually be interested in seeing, and I don't know if anybody out there listening knows, and if you do, leave us a message on the subreddit or tweet us and let us know, because I'm very interested. How many games have been released since this whole program started? I'd be very interested in seeing that. It's got to be a lot, though. It's been around for, what, 3 years? 3 years plus?
3 or 4?
Yeah.
They started.
That's why your back catalogue keeps on going up and up.
Oh my
and up
gosh,
and up.
I know. I shouldn't be complaining about this. And they're, not all the time are the games that I want to play, but a lot of times, even if it's not something that I'm like excited about or really want, I at least want to try it. I love trying new games and trying something different. And at this point, Rainbow Six Siege is just sucking up all my time.
I tried Need for Speed a couple of weeks ago, and that was some of the most unpleasant 20 minutes of my life.
Jeez.
Did I mention that on the podcast? I think it might have been the week that I was off, actually. Yeah, Need for Speed is awful.
I'm having fun with it.
It's awful.
I like painting cars.
I have never rage quit a game over a cutscene before. All I wanted to do was skip it and drive my car. And I couldn't. I had to watch that cutscene for minutes and minutes and minutes. It was awful. Who approved that? I'm sorry.
Sell the story.
Well, anyway,
sorry.
Titanfall has sold over 7 million units, and that is by user Midnight Stream. So, guys, does that surprise you? Did you play much of Titanfall? Or?
I'm a little surprised by that, to be honest. I would have thought it was more than that. There was a ton of people that were hyped up for that game, myself included, and I loved the multiplayer aspect of it. And I know people complain that it didn't have a single player, but let's be honest, a lot of people, Ross, you excluded, don't play the single player for these big bro shooters that are online. And just go jump straight into the multiplayer. I'm a little surprised this didn't do as well.
7 million is a lot, right?
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's like
I would have thought
thought
it was more than that.
No, but seriously, like that's one of the biggest selling shooters ever.
I still think that
ever,
like
not just this generation, but ever
bigger than that.
What I want to know is, does that include the people that get it off of EA Access? Does that count as a sale?
I think it does.
Yeah.
But I mean,
depends on who you're talking to.
They're still giving money to EA, so I guess in EA's mind it's a sale. But yeah, I mean, I played a lot of Titanfall because I really love arena shooters. I'm not a big fan of Call of Duty. In fact, I have not played Call of Duty since the very, very first one. I have not played any of them, not even single player, because the games, they don't interest me. But Titanfall was enough to pull me in because it had the good stuff from Call of Duty plus that arena sort of style of fast-paced gameplay that I really enjoy. And so I played it a lot. In fact, it's probably the most played shooter I've had this generation. Then again, it might be surpassed by Battlefield 4. It's close between the two. But anyway, so I like it a lot. And I am actually surprised that it sold this many. I'm the opposite of Clay. I thought it would have sold like maybe 4 million max.
Yeah.
Because, we are on the, like it or not, we are on the quote-unquote losing platform. So we have much less market share. And Titanfall got nothing but flack after its release from people who were complaining that Well, basically, I think that the people who complained about Titanfall were not. They were expecting different things. Like they were expecting more of Titanfall than Titanfall was. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but these are the same people that are playing Overwatch now, and it's exactly the same.
Yeah. Well.
As in no single player, online only.
Yeah.
No, if I remember right, some of the things that people were complaining about was it came out a little bit after the Xbox. What was it? 6 months, 9 months after the Xbox One came out, and I think people were complaining that it wasn't 1080p. It was
900,
like 720p or something like that.
900,
it still looked great and ran so nice. It was
Oh, those
very
Azure
smooth.
servers, man! Wow.
Yeah, seriously.
I had a
I
peak
played
of
it
like
last week.
11 ms.
Wait, you just played it again?
I played it again last week. Randomly, my friend Kev picked up the EA Access, which he didn't have on his console, and the first thing he wanted to play was Titanfall. So I played for it, maybe 7 or 8 rounds with him last week, and had an absolute blast. But I've got a funny story to tell you about Titanfall. I got it on release. And then I came in one day from work and my wife is like, I am really, really good at this game. I am killing people all the time. I was like, all right, okay, show me. And she was just killing the AI that was running around.
Oh,
Those little
no.
bots.
Did you tell her?
It did its job. It did its job. That's
I hope
what
she
they
doesn't listen to this podcast.
You didn't tell her, did you?
No.
You're like, good job, hon. You're the best.
I never told her
It
no.
did its job. That's what they were there for. Make you feel like you're getting some kills.
But you know what? I have to give props to the guys who make that game because they put some serious post-release work into supporting Titanfall. They released so many DLCs, and then they eventually made them all for free before it went into EA Access, and the whole game itself became, almost free-ish. And they added so many different things, and I think they really paid attention to what people were asking for. But unfortunately, the crowd is fickle, and they had already moved on.
I think that was the first season pass that I ever bought was Titanfall.
And it was worth it because the maps were great.
Oh, completely worth it.
That's an interesting question, guys. Listeners, that is, what was the first season pass that you ever brought in gaming, and why? Put that in the comments. I think that's a really interesting topic. If that was yours, what was your first, Ross?
My first ever season pass?
Yeah, can you remember?
Fallout? No. Watch Dogs?
Watch Dogs. Oh, see, I go back one generation before that. My first ever.
I don't think I ever bought a season pass in 360.
My first ever season pass was Borderlands 2. And I believe Borderlands 2 was one of the first games ever to actually have a season pass.
Oh, I'm talking rubbish. Gears?
Oh, yeah, Gears.
Oh, yeah.
Gears was...
What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Yeah, I also bought it for Battlefield, right when Battlefield came out. I think not even Battlefield 4? Wait, which one are we on now? Which one just came? The one that was on 360.
4's the most recent. Yeah, 3 was in 360. Actually, I bought that as well. So I'm
I
talking
had
rubbish.
that.
So
yeah, what am I talking about?
I paid what was it, like 19 euros for Borderlands 2 DLC, the season pass, and I got more hours out of the season pass than I did out of the $60 game.
That's great.
Like the season, the download content for Borderlands 2 was incredible in how much content they actually gave you for such a low price.
Yeah. But like season passes are something. It's funny. You get horrible situations like the Arkham season pass, and then for me, I got the Gears season pass and absolutely adored the RAM missions and the extra parts of it. But it's funny how some publishers do it well, and it feels like added value, and others, it just feels as if a money grab. It's funny that, isn't it? How people's in public opinion on a certain the content in the season pass justifies to buy it or not. And I think through time, developers are learning exactly what to include to make it worthwhile. I bought the Rainbow Six one because I'm lazy and I do not want to spend 100 hours unlocking them all.
I didn't, Ross. That I'm still there's three seasons worth of content out right now, one more to go. I still don't have all the operators unlocked that have been released with the season pass, or not with season pass, with these seasonal updates, just because it takes so long to earn enough credit to unlock them. But you can still unlock them. It just takes a long, or even the gun skins. You can get all of the gun skins. You just have to put in enough time and effort, or you can pay up front a little bit and then unlock everybody and get it. I think you get to play them a week or two ahead of everybody, which is awesome. I'm still on the fence about picking up that season pass just for that. I'm so lazy when it comes to these things. Gotta grind. It's a fun grind, but sometimes I'm good. Sometimes I am horrible in that game. Absolutely horrible. A lot of the time.
So it depends on whether or not your opponents are competent.
Yes.
Do you play
that free to
ranked?
play. I do only if I'm typically playing with other people that I know have mics. I will occasionally jump in to random ranked matches. It never goes very well. But I play casual. Like, I never play Terrorist Hunt. I've got to start playing Terrorist Hunt. That's the one thing I don't play.
But anyway, who's excited for Titanfall 2 to bring it right back on topic?
Oh, me. Who isn't, honestly?
Yeah.
It's so close to Battlefield 1.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard sell.
I will be more than likely picking up both. My wife won't appreciate that, or my wallet, but I will be picking up both for sure. I'm looking forward to both of those games.
I think I will as well. I'm not going to lie.
too.
I'm looking forward to them both.
I'm dying to see the new Titans, man.
Rhys, what's happening in the subreddit this week?
Yeah, so we got two fantastic things happening this week in the subreddit. The very first that I should tell you about is that stuck to the top of the subreddit, if you didn't notice, is a very, very cool contest from our very good friends at Xbox UK and also IDOS Montreal. And basically, this contest they're running their own contest for Deus Ex Mankind Divided, where you can make your very own design for Deus Ex themed design for a Xbox One S controller and submit it to them. And then afterwards, they will choose their favorite 8, I believe, and they will bring those 8 out to the public. The public will vote, and then that will actually become a proper controller. And those people will also win ones. And basically, the guys from Xbox UK approached us, and they have 3 of the winning controllers. So whichever design ends up winning, we will have 3 of those bad boys to give away to you guys. And all you have to do is either submit an entry into the actual contest, or just submit an entry to us if you feel like it, and post it in the subreddit. And we mods will decide our favorites, and you will get to win one of 3 awesome Deus Ex Mankind Divided controllers. And it's a bit of a secret, but that's not all there is to it. There will be a second part to this contest with even more cool stuff coming up closer to the release date of Deus Ex Mankind Divided. And the last thing that's going on, while I'm ranting away here, is that we have an AMA for the developers of the game Kingdom. They're called Raw Fury Games, and they will be here on Wednesday, which is the same day this podcast goes live.
Thanks very much, and for another week, Xbox off.
You're listening to Xbox One Party Chat Podcast, the official podcast of the Xbox One subreddit.
Let's do this.
It's podcasting time.
Oh yeah!
That's
Oh
the
man, I
new
almost
intro.
pooped.
Oh no! I'm trying to get in the mood, not to poop, but to podcast.
Pod it up.
Pod it up, yes. I am the
What a
podmaster.
word.
I come from far away.
Okay.
You thought I was laying with NSYNC last. All right, start us off.
Hello and welcome to the.
Yeah, before we finish up here, because time is ticking away, I do have to remind all of you about two very, very awesome.
What happened? Did you just like fall?
Rhys is dead.
Like, what was that? Did someone just snuff out Rhys?